Hey everyone, Bug Whisperer here, and it's been a long time since I posted a video in this series. It's been probably about 8 months, and I felt like some of you actually liked some of those videos, so I felt like I should start those videos again. So we're gonna start from where we left off last time. We worked on our header, and we also made uh, this um, this sidebar, and today our main goal is to do something about these links. As you can see, none of those links are working. These are just texts. So we're going to introduce routing system in our app. Of course, this is a single page React app, but we're going to make it look like it's using different routes. So for our convenience, we're going to use our React router DOM. So let's just install that and explore what we can do with those with that React router. So yarn add, I think that's how you spell it. So let's see. So yeah, so when we are using React router, we're gonna change some of our structure in our application. So we're gonna add another directory called pages, where all of our pages will be stored, and we also want another directory named routes, where we are going to store all of our routes. And inside our routes, we're gonna make another TypeScript file um, named, let's say, approutes.tsx, and we also need our index.ts. We're gonna export everything related to routes from our index.ts file, and that's pretty much it for now. We're gonna um, change some of the structures later, but let's just keep it this way. Inside our pages, we're gonna create two pages right now. So one is home and another is um, about, and let's just create some bulk components. So just, this is home and this is our about, and we're also going to export everything in our index file. It's a good practice in my opinion. Let's say from home and from about. All right, so we're almost done. Now inside our app routes, we are going to use a thing called queues routes provided by React Router DOM. And what we can do is we can create virtual routes and based on different components in our React project. So let's just export our app routes. So export app routes, and inside that we're going to return use routes, and let's just keep it an empty list. Export constant, of course. So what it's going to do is it actually takes a list of routes, and then it will do some magic. We're going to look at that. So before that, let's look at what exactly our structure of each of our routes. So if you go here, as you can see, a single route uh, looks something like that. So it has a path and it has an element. So we already have two elements here. One is home and another is about. So we can create that, but I'm very concerned about specific types. So we are gonna first create types for our route elements, and then we're gonna make a route, some sort of route lists. So export. Um, so basically, for our routes, this path has to be a string, and then this element has to be a React element. As you can see, it has this is one of my projects that I have worked on previously. And if we go to our types, as you can see, we have created a simple interface. Our path is string and our element is jsx.element in this case. But on a recent update, React actually changed the type, and it's not JSX element anymore, it's just React element. So we can just say export interface route type, and we can have a path which is a string, and element is a React element which is coming from React. So now we can create our route list. So route list, it's a list of route types. So route type, and our first thing will be, first of all, path is going to be home, and element is going to be our home component. And similarly for our about page, this. All right, we can import this from pages, and instead of an empty list we can just use route list here. Now what we can do is, inside our app.tsx we can get rid of these things, and here we can just say app routes. Okay, and of course we can enclose that inside a box and keep a margin top of 70, just for the sake of our demonstration. However, it's not gonna work. As you can see, it's a blank space and you're gonna see some errors here. So they're saying that used routes may be only used in the context of a router component. So what you actually need is, if you don't remember what we did last time, we added some providers here. For example, for our Mantin, we added Mantin provider, and when we're going to use different store solutions like Redux or anything, we need a Redux provider, and for our routes we need a routes provider, and that's actually called a browser router. So this is also coming from our React router DOM, and what we're going to do is we're going to include everything inside our browser router. So something like this. Now it should work. As you can see, if we look at our app routes, our path home, so this is actually the path. So what we ideally want to do is something like this. So when we are our home path, the default path, we're gonna render home, and whenever we go to /about, we go to the um, about route. So as you can see, this is our home, and if we go about, this is about. Now it's not ideal to jump back and forth through these links. What we ideally want to do is we want those items here, and then we can navigate through them, and let's do that. So in our so if you don't remember our header, it is inside our layouts and common layout.tsx, and this is our custom header. This is where our header elements are. So these things, instead of text we can use links, link, and we don't really need Mantin for now. Let's see, more actions. We can use React router DOM, and we can just say to this. So this should be our home link, and if we go to /about, it's going to go to our about. So as you can see, this is our home and this is our about. As you can see, we're actually re-rendering this part. Our header part stays the same, and that's the beauty of our React router. So this is just the beginning. We're going to design these routes, and we're also going to add transitions. So I personally love the fade transition. So from when you're going from one route to another, we're going to add them, and also we will start working on some designs, and once we are done with those things, I will start with our backend application. So until then, uh, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you'll like it, and many more things are coming. So yeah, stay tuned. Thank you. Goodbye.